Okay, welcome back everyone. With that, it seems we are ready for our very next run, which will be Super Mario 3D Land Any Percent by RDV versus the World. Take it away, RDV.
All right. Hello, I'm RDVvsTheWorld. I've got two other lovely people on this. I was about to say couch, but this isn't a couch.
It's a bunch of chairs.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just actually just do a countdown and get into the run. We'll introduce ourselves during the cutscene. So if you guys can give me a countdown.
2, 1, go.
All right, so as I said before, I'm RDVvsTheWorld.
I am Double.
And my name is Elias.
You're just a fan of the game, generally speaking. Good friend, Elias. Also does a lot of Mario speedrunning. So this is Super Mario 3D Land, the main Mario 3DS title. We're playing Any Percent, which you would think we would actually skip most star medals because of it, but because Any Percent usually means beat the game with as little, not restricted. But to be able to unlock the final level of the game, we need 100 star medals. So we'll actually be collecting a lot of them along the way because we don't actually play a lot of levels in Any Percent.
Yeah, we don't skip medals, we skip levels.
Exactly. Warplus and Any Percent actually get the same amount of medals because of that reason. One thing to note here is that tapping the level on the bottom screen makes Mario run faster. This is the thing I didn't know when I first started doing runs. It saves a decent amount of time over the course of the entire run.
I mean, you're selecting a lot of levels, so...
Yeah, So this is 1-1, basic introduction to the game. Here is our first introduction to the game's main item, the Tanooki suit.
It is completely busted.
Yeah, so the goal of the game is essentially to go fast, to keep this power up for as long as we can and not lose it. Getting hits can lose us a lot of time. There's not that many backups in the game, so I'm gonna try and not get hit and get as many backups as possible.
Yeah, you might recognize this power up from Super Mario Bros. 3, where it debuted. It's changed a little bit for this one though. Yeah, you don't have a P meter anywhere, and you don't fly up if you run for a certain amount of time. They took that out, but there's other properties of it that make it pretty much just as busted.
It is good. It gives you a lot of options in the movement as to prolong your jumps and fly over gaps. So you're not flying, but you're still, for all intents and purposes, on those levels, basically as if you're doing the levels basically as if you're flying.
Also, I grabbed a backup Tanooki in that level that I usually don't collect for marathon safety, because if I lose it in the next level, which is very likely, it doesn't lose me too much time. So this is the first underground type level. There's a lot of stuff here that can already make me lose Tanooki suit. All right, there we go. That's a bit of a tricky jump. This level is actually very tricky. 1-1, early game in this game is actually very difficult, believe it or not. It's very easy to get hit or lose some time to just, movement. Ooh, okay, so that's why I grabbed the backup Tanooki, because now I can just tap the bottom screen, and I still, I'm fine.
Right, so yeah, we're going past this warp pipe. We're gonna go up here, a little reminiscent of certain other Mario games 1-2 levels, and we're gonna take a secret pipe that takes us to World 2.
Yeah, so this is why we're kind of limited on which star medals we can skip, because we skip a lot of levels. So we skip most of World 1, and we're gonna skip most of World 4 as well.
Yep. Also from several Mario games, 4-2 also has a warp.
Also, looking at Toad here, we'll make him throw down a star medal, which is very appreciated.
Yeah, gotta get that gyroscope. Gotta give that gyroscope some use somehow.
Yeah. Except I'm not using it.
I mean, it's a Nintendo game. They try to make you use motion controls. Whether they succeed or not is very game dependent.
Very true.
Or system dependent.
Yeah, fair.
It's in the Wii. Anyway. So yeah, check out this strat. This is pretty cool. So with the flutters and the Tanooki, we can just scale this wall completely and get to the end of the level. So
I'm going to be completely honest. I've never actually walked to the left of that place. I've always just used the walk-ups to get up. All right, so 2-2 is actually a pretty interesting level. There's a skip in it that saves, I think, maybe 4 seconds. It's very hard, so I hope I get it first try. We're gonna do some tricky movement here. You're really gonna see just like how overpowered the Tanooki suit is, because like the tail also gives us an additional hitbox to collect stuff. So you'll probably see me collect stuff with my tail every now and then. Grabbing that checkpoint for safety.
Yeah, the tail swipe can also grab objects and stuff. Yeah, here we do 2 wall jumps.
Ah, dang.
Well,
I
we were
soft
supposed
reset it.
So this is one
That's
of the
just a
3DS
reflex.
games that has a built-in soft reset.
All right. So the idea there is that I wall jump twice off of the wall and land on like some floating bricks, which is pretty tricky. This is definitely one of the levels that I had a lot of trouble with, like starting out. Oh my god. Classic 2-2. Oof. All right.
Let's go.
If I fail it again, I'm just gonna do it the normal way. There we go.
All right, so that's what you're
That's
supposed
what
to do.
I wanted to do first try.
Now that's the
But-
that's the first backup Tanooki that you get in a normal PB setting at home. Yeah, you grabbed the earlier one for marathon safety, and as it was shown, it ended up being necessary.
All right.
Also,
It's
we
pretty
wanna-
much to be expected in a marathon.
Yeah.
It's-
Also, we're hitting the flagpole low on purpose because there's an animation of Mario scaling down and the flag scaling up. So the lower you are, the shorter that animation is. And the only time we don't do it is in 100%, where getting top of the flagpole in every level is one of the requirements of that.
Uben's 100% for this game. Okay, so 100% for this game is actually you play the entire game twice with Mario and Luigi, and you need to get like you need to get golden flagpoles by hitting the top of the flagpoles
Wait,
for each level.
You play the entire game twice, once to Mario, once to Luigi. It reminds me of
Yeah.
something.
Yes, a certain other Mario game.
So yeah, that mystery box that has star medals in it, and you know those also count towards the total that we need.
We do
Also,
have a
cool
quick
trick
donation.
coming up here. It's called hyperspeed by long jumping
I'm sorry, Kate
and
Bill.
holding an angle 90 degrees away from the initial angle makes us build up speed for some reason, which is cool. Oh,
Momentum in Mario games oftentimes can do weird things. So this is somewhat similar to what you find in Odyssey with the vectoring and the fact that you can hold the direction slightly slanted to the normal facing forward direction with jumps, and you gain momentum.
RDV, do you have a moment for a donation?
sure, why not?
Okay, I have a 12-euro donation by Cyver saying, "Let's go, Ronald. Good luck, gamer."
Yo,
By
thank
the
you,
way,
Cyver.
if you don't get coaster skip, you will literally explode.
This is true, facts.
Cheers, Cyber. Love you, buddy. All right, so what I want to explain is in the previous level you saw him get hit while he had the propeller box. That was actually on purpose to lose it, because you see him do this this twirl jump, which is the fastest movement, but you can't do that when you have a propeller box. So that's why we get hit there to lose it right away. Because the main forms of movement are going to be like twirl jumps and then the long jumps, but the long jumps are mostly to cross gaps because twirl jumping is the fastest speed.
That's correct. And this next level is actually an auto-scroller where we can do some fun stuff to make you go by faster. So I'm going to have to listen to audio cues. So if people can be quiet for it, I'd really appreciate it. So let's go to 2 ship. So at the end of each world, there's either usually an airship level or a castle level. This is an airship level. All right. I'm gonna have to listen to some audio cues in a moment. Yeah, okay. I was holding the wrong angle. That was to be expected. All right, that's the first part of it. A little too far to the left than I'd like to be, but this camera is not nice. Usually it's not this far back. That's interesting. I've never had it go back this far.
That's never happened before?
No, that's a first for me. There we go. Okay, that's pretty much the skip.
So theoretically, you can go infinitely ahead of the auto scroll. There's no wall or anything that's blocking you, and the camera will catch up with you at various points. But we do need to like kind of stay with the camera because while everything isn't loaded in, the star medals are not. So we do wait for them to load in to be able to collect them, and we do need all three here as per our route.
Yeah.
Again, theoretically, if the star medals were not a requirement, you could skip. Besides camera requirements, you could probably skip already to the end, but the star medals are a requirement. So.
Okay, that's interesting.
It is a strat you can do in Warpless where there's where you can skip more medals because you're playing more levels.
Okay, that's not ideal. So I don't have a backup Tanooki right now. So what I'm gonna do is there's a certain mushroom house in this world. I kind of wanted to save it for later if I could, but there's a mushroom house in World 2 that will always have a Tanooki suit. So we'll be grabbing that one before we enter World 3. So Boom Boom's hitbox is, which is the boss that I just fought, is kind of really weird and jank. And for some reason, I guess I also just didn't press B to twirl.
So yeah, similar
Or
to
Y,
the
actually.
similar to the Tanooki Leaf, we see Boom Boom return from Mario 3. And yeah, you also have this theme that is also from Mario 3. This game has a lot of references to Super Mario Bros. 3.
For sure.
Which is nice because Mario 3 is a great game.
It is.
It's a great game, it's a great speed game.
All right, entering World 3. In between each world, actually, we get these little cutscenes. This game actually has very deep lore if you look into the postcards. Yeah. If you're ever bored, just look at pictures of all of them.
Why is Bowser so big compared to the airship?
I don't know. Ask Nintendo.
Perspective.
Actually, there's a backup in this level I can grab as well. So I'll have 2 Tanooki suits again. Oh, that's a little high.
Yeah, and
That's fine.
in addition to trying to go fast, making things risky, you can lose, you can get hit for the weirdest reasons in this game. So, which is why it's highly recommended to have 2 Tanookis, to always have a backup Tanooki on you.
All right, so one of these will have another Tanooki.
There is, in general, quite an abundance of hard strats, or even generally just weird strats, as in not very intuitive to execute. So having some backups, despite the run being maybe on the relatively short end for a Mario game, with just below or over 1 hour, it can be pretty punishing.
For sure.
Yeah, if you get into this game good, this run takes between 56 minutes and an hour. Or at least that's what UPB would be, and then most runs would take between 56 minutes and an hour 5.
All right, so this next level, I'm going to be honest, it's not very interesting. It's a water level, so if the host has anything to say and doesn't want to be interrupted by me, this is the level to talk.
Water level Monk.
Thank you, RDV. I take my chance. I have a €5 donation from Finn saying, "Let's go, RDV, you got this."
Finn.
Besides that, do I have a bit more time?
Oh yeah, you've got the entire level if you want.
Oh,
It's very
great,
not
great.
interesting.
Okay, we are the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. We organize bi-monthly gatherings in the Benelux for speedrunners. We're currently streaming from the Esports Game Arena in Alphen aan den Rijn, the Netherlands. We're raising money for the Dutch Cancer Society, which is a nationwide organization committed to fight cancer while aiming for more cure and a higher quality of life for those already battling the disease. All of your donations will go to the Dutch Cancer Society. Also, stay updated with our events by following us on Twitter and Instagram under the handle BSG Marathon. Get a behind-the-scenes look of the event and stay up to date with the latest news on our marathons, events and more. Did you know that BSG also supports small community events? The upcoming months, you will be seeing several events such as the Harvest Moon Marathon. These events will be streamed on our Twitch channel, which can be found at twitch.tv/BSG_Marathon. I'm gonna hand it back to you, RDV.
That's pretty good timing, because this pipe will lead to the end of the level. All right. So yeah, not very interesting water level. We got to collect all the star medals here. Technically, we could skip one of them, but I don't like the the one you swap it out with, and it's basically just as fast. So try to get it here and make the other levels more fun. All right. So next up, 3-3. This level can be pretty tricky. There's some tricky strats. Currently debating on whether or not I want to do some of them or not.
Say hello to donut blocks. In 3D.
Ooh. No, okay. I kind of want to keep my Tanooki suits. I will not do that again. I wanted to. Oh my god. Okay, so you can barely make that. It saves a tiny bit of time.
You're going for advanced movement there.
Alright, so alternatively, you can also just do this. So by spinning this block, spinning this wheel actually, we raise this block, we get to this pipe, and there's another star medal in here.
You can only use a Tanooki tail to spin that wheel, so you have to have a Tanooki power up for this.
Yeah, the reason I soft reset it there is because that means I can get to keep both my Tanooki suits, because I don't think there's a backup in this level.
All right, now, as with most Mario games where you get a star, you run faster than you normally would, but twirl jumps are still faster.
All right, gonna do a few crouch boosts for the fans in a moment. Let's go. That was a crouch boost.
All right, here's another Toad that has a star medal for us. And watch this. We're gonna flow over here and we're gonna catch it in midair. And yeah, not even use the warp box to get here.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool strat. It's actually a harder strat that involves crouch boosting. So what crouch boosting is whenever there's a ledge, if you do a long jump or a twirl jump, like right before you slide off the ledge, and you press the crouch button for a tiny amount of time, you keep the speed from whatever jump or kind of type of movement you did before that, and you can actually flutter with that speed. So it's a small optimization, but it really does add up over the course of the run.
And it also looks funny because it also speeds up the animation to match the speed you're running at.
All right, this level is very quick and fancy. There's one really hard trick in here called box jump, so let me see if I can get it.
I'm crossing my fingers for you. So jump on this. So normally you want to ride it.
Yes, let's go, first try. So that's actually pretty tight. Can be a run killer, especially for newer players. Well, I guess newer players really wouldn't go for that, actually. But that strat saves about 15 seconds. You want to get both the star medal and get into the box, which is not as easy as it, if it looks hard, it probably is harder than it looks.
That strat is called box jump.
Yeah, this strat happens to kill some runs. It's been an obstacle for a lot of runners. And it's one of those strats where you can not go for it, but 15 seconds is a pretty significant time save, especially the high levels. So
yeah, especially for PB attempts.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's fairly precise. If you're too high up, you go into the box without the medal. If you're too low, then you don't hit the box and you fall down and die. So it's pretty impressive that he got it first try.
So I'm trying to make a certain cycle in this level. Is this like the only airship level that's not an auto-scroller? Okay, I got the cycle I wanted here.
Yeah,
just gonna go into the foreground here to grab another star medal.
And yeah, when we jump up here, the skewers will be retracting.
All right, so this Boom Boom.
Now we fight Boom Boom on moving floor, and the floor is gonna be moving. The floor is conveyor belts.
Basically. So actually, so hitting Boom Boom, optimally you want to jump on him twice, and then for the final hit, swing your tail at him, because that saves some time on like animations. But in that scenario, because Boom Boom's hitbox is just very weird, it's better to just twirl if you don't trust it, and just make sure you at least hit him. But optimally, you just want to throw for the last hit. So there's a star medal here. If you're not a real Super Mario 3D Land runner, if you don't forget this star medal at least once in your life, it's right here at the end of the level where you wouldn't expect it. Shoutouts to Cypher, I guess. He's a really good runner. He's also missed that medal a couple of times. That's the end of.
He hates to see it. We love to see it.
I wouldn't say I love to see it, but can be entertaining sometimes.
It's entertaining for the viewers.
I've actually never missed that medal yet, so I'm not actually a real
You're
runner
not
yet.
actually a real runner.
Yeah.
Cypher
It's
says,
Somebody
heck
else
that
on the
medal.
stage we actually need.
What?
Cypher, he says, heck that medal.
Oh no, we missed the lore, guys. We missed the lore from the postcard.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate.
All right. So this level is big and open. That's it. It's not too much to this level, except the ending. So the ending of this level, there's this big tree we're trying to climb that we're mostly going to skip using another propeller block that we can find right here. So we're going to hit it with our tail, then do that.
Now there's a very weird property with the propeller box is that normally when you have the propeller box on, you can't long jump. But for some reason, specifically when you have a Tanooki, you can long jump.
Well, you can long jump, but you can't actually flutter out of that long jump. Interesting.
Let's try this again.
It wouldn't be a real run without some spaghetti.
Oh, come on!
You see, it's
had
funny
to-
because you're Italian.
It had to happen.
I'm sorry. You signed up for this.
I know.
All right, so I guess, did we explain how these boxes actually work? I don't think we have. So
no.
these
I
purple
briefly
boxes
touched on it when you got the first one.
are supposed to be random. They're not, though. So they're actually dependent on what shirt color your me has that you assign to the file. So as long as we use a me with the same color every time, the star medals will be in the same exact item boxes here. Same as purple boxes.
It's just when I sometimes wonder why developers put in this RNG things that are not really RNG.
I don't know. I kind of like it when it's done like that because it lets us manip it.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's a negative thing. It just makes you wonder, like, what prompts a developer to put something like that.
It's like RPG. It's like those RPGs where the RNG is determined by what buttons you have to press on all frames. Ronald, please.
What?
I'm gonna use my Italian expertise on spaghetti to judge it. This was really badly cooked.
It was very badly cooked. I'm sorry. I'm dropping a lot of Y inputs today. I don't know why. It's funny because I said Y twice. So this level will actually also have another one of those red pipes that will make us skip the rest of the world. One more medal we gotta grab. Oh,
So yeah, we
okay.
also have these ink piranhas that, yeah, they spit out ink, and yeah, if it hits the camera on your screen, yeah, you get a bunch of black spots on your 3DS like you would when you, for example, get hit with the blooper item in some of the more recent Mario Kart games.
All right, so just like that, we skip all of World 4.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, you know, there's a warp in 1-2, and then there's another warp in 4-2.
That's pretty much it for warps in this game, though. So from here on out, we're actually gonna have to play all of the required levels.
Yeah, it's unlike the you know, the games it takes it from. Yeah, there's no warps to World 2, 3, and 4 in 1-2, and there's no warps to multiple worlds in 4-2 either. It's always to the exact next worlds.
Right, so here we're gonna do a minor trick called tail bounce. There we go, to get that star medal a bit quicker. They're actually called star medals in this game and not star coins. Fun fact. Nintendo is very just weird with their naming.
Classic Nintendo and their insistent terminology.
Yup. Gonna stand at the edge here, because if we do that, we won't get hit by any of the spike balls. If the host has anything to say, not a good opportunity.
Because this takes a while.
Sure, I still do have a few things. We want to thank Veilig Reserveren for offering BSG a ticketing system for our events. Veilig Reserveren is a Dutch ticketing system offering a backend system for a variety of events. Also, you can consider using your free monthly Twitch Prime subscription right here on the ESA channel. You will get access to both the ESA and BSG emotes, and you get to support both the events.
I will never get tired of hearing Veilig Reserveren in the English language marathon.
Okay, so these enemies that I just killed, you can jump on them or you can swing your tail at them. They have, much like a lot of things in this game, their hitbox is far from fun, so I just rolled them because it's safer.
Yeah, these spike balls move pretty erratically, but they always move in the same way. So you know, if you play it a couple times, you can get the hang of how they roll and where they go.
All right, so yeah, so right there you can actually skip that cannon. I think optimally you save like 1 second by skipping it, but it's a lot harder. Right, so next up, this level actually has a reference to another Nintendo title.
Which we're not going to actually see.
Well, I mean, we're not going to hear the jingle, but the entire level is pretty much based around... It's pretty much one giant reference to another Nintendo IP. Another Zelda IP.
Another Zelda IP. Yeah, it's reminiscent of the Zelda. And the screen that he just left, to the right side, we didn't go that way, but there's actually a star medal there. There's 4 torches, and if by using a fire flower and lighting all of the torches, you actually get a Zelda jingle, and a room will open up which has the second star medal. Yeah, but because it's pretty lengthy, we have to light 4 torches, we have to switch to the fire flower, which is slow, which also... Because it also means we need to get a fire flower in the first place. We just skip this particular medal.
I was about to do a long jump, dude. Dude, I could have ground pounded there.
But you saved it.
Thank God Mario started sliding first.
You saved it, you beat the level, we're out.
We're out.
We can continue.
I just saw my life flash before my eyes, dude. Make sure you take breaks so that you don't get tired.
Nintendo's...
Yeah, that pops up every 30 minutes.
Nintendo's concern for us gamers is always appreciated. But as a person that does 24+ hour runs, I'm not saying I'm going to listen to that very much.
Do those games actually give you those warnings? I don't think they do.
And no, they don't, so... Hey, I get to not feel bad for it.
Exactly.
So this level's kind of a mess because it's very tight and narrow.
Also, he actually crouches there for a very important reason. If you crouch off, if you crouch and then slide off of that ledge while you're crouching, you fall very fast.
Yeah. The Tanooki suit has a lot of very busted options. As in, it has what is basically this jointed hitbox. It helps your movement a lot and is at most of the glitches that occur with the Tanooki suit. We call them glitches, but like crouch boosting and being able to long jump with a propeller block.
They're not really glitches, it's just movement tech.
No, it's just the point is it's just all helpful. There's hardly anything negative about the Tanooki suit. So.
Oh yeah, you want to have Tanooki as much as you can. Although I do think that Mario's movement in this game in general is pretty good. Please actually move.
Speedruns of Mario games have a tendency to revolve around a lot around what the game's main mechanic is. You know, Sunshine does a lot with the flood. Mario 3, like this game, revolves around a lot around Tanooki suit. Yeah, things like that. Super Mario 3D World, which is in a lot of ways a direct sequel to this game.
Oh, it's a direct sequel to this game.
You know, that also highly, heavily relies on
Also,
the
another trick
kettle.
coming up real quick. This is another
Yeah.
hyperspeed. So we're trying to also grab a medal on the way here. So I'm going to have to look at this carefully. There we go.
Nice.
And now we're going to try to hit the flagpole. Yeah, let's go. That was a good
Nice.
hyperspeed. You didn't even point out the cool windmills at the bottom, dude.
Going too fast, skipping.
I mean,
Skip
I see them so much here, I'm desensitized to them.
Fair. All right, next up is 5 Castle, which is a pretty hard level. At least, well, it's easy to lose Tanooki, but let's be honest, it's
Yeah,
easy to
this
lose Tanooki everywhere.
So there is certain midpoints in the run where you need a certain amount of medals. For this one, you need 50. The route is laid out in such a way that we'll also hit those checkpoints at the appropriate times.
Right, gonna have to focus on movement for a little bit here. I'm gonna jump off this guy to make it up here, and jump off the swamp to get this star medal.
Second medal right there.
That fireball was kind of close.
Good dodge, good dodge.
Also, Bowser exists. He has a Tanooki tail as well, because they just love turning him. They love turning Bowser into whatever the game's main power-up is. So much like the old Mario games, we're just trying to hit a button here at the end, which makes him fall into the lava, which will actually reveal that this is not the real Bowser. This is not the end of the game, in fact. We still have, give or take another half an hour to go.
Yeah, I mean the
So
sharpest.
it was a comic. It was a Kamek with the Tanooki leaf. It was Kamek all along.
I mean, if you play like Yoshi's Island in this NES, it kind of shows you that Kamek is the whole master of the Mario story. So
For sure. Trying to remember what the next level is, but I remember. I have this weird thing with video games where, like, there's just certain levels I will never remember the location of. Is that like an issue that, like, is fairly common? Or is it just a me thing to just forget levels' locations?
No, I have that tendency too.
Okay. I do remember which one 6-1 is, though. It has a cool little trick at the end that I hope to show off. Right, here's more lore that I'm just gonna skip right over. I think Peach escaped at some point. I think that's...
okay. Okay.
and now she's beating up Goombas.
Apparently, she earned a 1-up. I heard the sound, so
I like to think that's a reference to Super Princess Peach, but I'm probably stretching.
That's actually a really good game. I like that game.
Oh, I still need to learn that at some point.
Do it. What are you waiting for?
I mean, I have stable DS caption now. I could do it. Soon TM.
Ooh, that was scary. I don't know why, but I'm always so scared of this level.
Oh,
I know exactly why now. Okay, so I want to have good movement here, because if I do this correctly, I can just jump off that fish. And it's one of the coolest strats in the game.
and the music went silent, and a trail of music notes appear, which you may, you know, they're in other Mario games. Odyssey and Galaxy 2 come to mind immediately. In this game, it's usually just a power-up you get at the end. I don't think there's a medal tied to it.
All right, 6-2, pyramid level. A lot of pokies in
our
here.
man is too focused to hear us, so don't worry, guys.
Yeah. I have no idea what you just said. Little skip here. Oh, that's fine.
What's this skip called?
Oh, this is RDV skip. I found it. Actually, people found it way before me, but like I kind of figured that one out on my own and just called it RDV skip. This is not ideal. That's fine. That was very close to hitting that tail. So we're actually not going to go into the right elevator. Instead, going to do a couple of wall jumps to get up here, because there's another star medal over here. You know, those things we need?
Oh, sorry, we need star medal. What?
Okay.
Was it an Indiana Jones reference, by the way?
I'm too focused to know what's going on.
When you get the star medal and there's a spike ball that comes out.
Oh, it might be. Actually, yeah. Okay. I never thought about it that way. All right, next up is actually the first ghost house. Actually, I'm pretty sure there's one in World 4, but we totally skip over that one. So I've never experienced that one. I probably played it casually, but I don't remember playing it. Like, it's been too long. It's been a long time since I played this game.
Lots of speedrunner.
So this is a ghost house, so we don't have to wait on the shifting platform. Using the Tanooki, we can wall jump and then float over to it, which is nice because that way we don't have to wait for a platform cycle, and we can just go to everything as fast as we want to.
Also, this game plays a lot with 3D perspective. This game tries to so for those that don't somehow know, the 3DS actually has 3D capabilities, and they try to kind of make optical illusions with that in this game. But I know where everything is, so.
Yeah, it has 3D view without the use of 3D glasses. Yeah, you can long jump over it from there.
This is fine.
Now it's gonna be a
big
big
boo.
ghost. Oh no!
Big boo here. It's really not that scary.
Normally you hit him to keep him in place, but if you get to the door fast enough, it's not necessary.
Yep.
So the normal boos and the other ghost-like enemies that we'll see later on, they will vanish when you attack them, which removes their hitbox as well, so you can walk right through them. Yeah, but the big boos, they get stunned and stay in place instead.
Okay, there's no power-up in here. Some of these purple boxes actually have like power-ups. I do not want to grab a fire flower. It's like a huge meme.
And for some reason, runners like to keep themselves busy by collecting all the coins in a thing.
I saw it flash like 3 times before I actually walked. Okay, this level is, sorry for cutting you off, but this level actually has like cycles I'm trying to make. So hopefully I can get the best cycle I've practiced for.
Yeah, you can hear the beats of the...
I'll take not dying over making the cycle.
You can hear the beats of the platforms, which are coincidentally called beat blocks.
Yeah, this should be very familiar to Elias, who's,
Yes,
who's a Mario Galaxy runner.
Yes, it is.
Although they do look a bit different, I believe.
Yes, they do. I mean, they're very similar. It's just a palette swap, basically.
Dang.
But the mechanic is similar in nature, and yeah, it's just a nice touchback. Also, the flip platforms make a comeback. We see
Meme
before.
bounce. There you go. We get meme bounce.
Is that what Cyber calls it?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a crouch boost. I didn't expect to get that.
So, yeah.
Sometimes I like to have fun with my movement, and it's a very bad idea, because usually it makes me fall and die.
Speaking of wanting to have fun, why don't you share with everyone how you exactly are playing this?
Oh.
Is it not how you know it normally?
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I don't think you can see my system on stream, but I'm actually my 3DS is just on a stand, and I'm playing this with this. So I'll have some time to show it off. So, not emulated, by the way. I'm probably more proud of having installed this myself than I should be. Why did I do that?
Why did you do that?
Us? Like,
It's okay. It's okay. There's a backup in this level.
Yeah,
That didn't lose too much time.
yeah, we died
Sometimes
early.
you just gotta have fun with. Sometimes you just gotta have fun with your speedruns, you know. All right. So right over here, there's another leaf. So I'll still have 2 leaves. I want to grab this. And now I got to do some stuff with the camera. Much like we did with 2 ship, I want to do a little bit of a skip here. Oh, okay. There we go. So what I did there is I grabbed a medal off screen, but it was close enough that it actually did spawn. And then I just went ahead of the auto-scroller to enter the pipe earlier.
And now here we're fighting Pom Pom, as opposed to Boom Boom.
Yeah,
So what
original
she-
character, do not steal.
So yeah, what she does instead is this. Boom Boom bounces around the stage while Pom Pom tries to drop on you from above, which is fun because it lets us do this.
All right, didn't lose my Tanooki there. Again, much like Boom Boom, Pom Pom actually has a pretty bad hitbox too, so it's pretty easy to lose your Tanooki there.
The next up is your favorite world because of one level.
Oh yeah, okay, so the next level is actually very difficult, and I'm not sure if I can actually do the skip I'm gonna do.
Do I need to
it's
cross
very
my?
difficult.
Do I need to cross my fingers again?
Sure. You're allowed to bless RNG, but first we have another postcard. So
Oh boy. Oh, the lore gets
I
more.
got
the lore gets deeper.
Well, I got my fingers crossed already. I'm not.
Are you getting your fingers crossed for the lore?
Yeah, that too.
Why does the postcard
Let-
have Tanooki tail?
Everything is a Tanooki tail in
I
this
know.
game.
Bless the lore.
Oh yeah, everything that ever existed in this game is now chasing Peach.
Which should make our job easier because there should be no enemies, right?
Yeah. So next up, 7-1, hardest stage in the game. Don't blink or you'll miss what's about to happen. Yeah, it's very tough. That's
Oh,
it.
what a god!
Wow.
What a god!
Yeah, there is another water section down there. This is another water level, but you can just do that. Thank you, Nintendo, for
For not putting an invisible wall there.
Yeah.
Or putting the platform too high to do that. Although there's like.
No, putting the invisible wall with the platform being low enough so you can reach it is the ultimate, like...
That's
no.
the- that's the ultimate
because
troll.
because they're taunting you, like it's there, but you cannot reach it.
Yeah, that's the ultimate lol nope.
I mean, they did it for Wind Waker. We found ways to get through.
Hey, got another crouch boost.
Yeah, so there you can see the sped up running animation.
Yeah, it's really fun. I didn't mean to do that there, but it... Oh my god.
All right, it worked out in the
That
end.
worked out. I didn't get hit.
Most of the time, that's the most important thing is
Yeah, keeping
don't get
Tanooki.
hit. Because aside from the time loss you get from not being able to do things, Nintendo also has a nasty habit of pausing the game when you pick up a power up or when you get hit.
I mean, it's not so nasty for casual players, but we're trying to go fast. So
Yeah.
that's kind of the point.
All right, so what I
Although-
don't feel very comfortable about is the fact that I only have one Tanooki, and I kind of wanted to save the Tanooki, the backup Tanooki I got earlier in World 2 for this occasion. So the next level is going to be 7-4, and it's a particular skip with a particular enemy that has a terrible hitbox that I do not want to lose my Tanooki to, because I need my Tanooki again for 7-5. So let's pray that this goes well. So I'm going to do what's called clock skip. I might purposely go for the second cycle because it's easier to avoid the mole.
Yeah. So a certain speedrunner who donated earlier calls this gamer cycle, where that cycle that just went, that's the earliest cycle you can catch.
Ah, dang.
But as you can see, there's a mole enemy there you can run into. But yeah, we use the momentum from the platform to
Let's
get
go.
a faster jump, and then a wall jump, and we get up there. And it's convenient that the star medal is placed exactly there, so we don't have to enter that inner area, and we can actually do quad skip and still get all 3 medals.
All right, the next stage is full of cool movement as well. There's another skip at the end that's pretty hard. I practiced it a lot. I hope I don't mess this one up, because it's kind of painful if I do. It's like, Tanooki is nice.
It looks
And-
very impressive, at least, if you get it.
I think the next backup is, well, there's a backup in this level, but like the next backup after this level is like in 8-1. So that reason alone, I pretty much want to
Yeah, World
not die to the skip I'm going to do.
Yeah, World 7 is weirdly lacking in Tanooki leaves.
That was a weird angle.
Right, so that's two medals.
Okay, and I'm gonna do a little skip on what's supposed to be kind of an auto-scroller here. So let's see if I can do this. Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, so normally you need to wait for this platform to move, but...
Yeah, Can I save this? Ah, dang, it's unfortunate. I'm gonna try again with this Tanooki, but if I don't get it again, I'm just gonna soft reset. To get, I'll have to redo the entire level, but I'll have both of my Tanooki suits. So that troll jump there is kind of vital. I don't know why I didn't do it.
Yeah, so we want to use a Tanooki leaf kind of early.
It's gonna take these jumps safe. Usually I try to long jump off of those like very tiny poles for PB attempts.
Yeah,
it can be kind of scary because you could accidentally ground pound.
Yeah, what you can also do after getting the third medal is jump off of the Goomba, but that makes the timing of your tail swipe too precise, because if you then do it too late, you kill the Goomba instead, which removes what you intended to use as a platform.
All right, so this ship right here is a
story.
big meme.
Story time.
With my little 3D Land Frank group. So the first thing I noticed when I played this level for the first time is, hey, look, the background is a solid color. So I tried to key it out on stream. I just removed the background, and I was like, what image do I put in the background? And for some reason, I just had a random image of a cheeseburger just on my computer. So I used that to test it with. And from that day forward, this level is now known as the cheeseburger ship.
Or burger ship for short.
Gonna wait a little bit with going forward, because then a magic Koopa spawns, or Kamek.
So yeah, this has the same properties as all the other ships that are auto-scrollers.
I'm gonna do another little skip here, so if I can get some quiet. There we go. That's a little baby skip to make the end of the auto-scroller go by a little faster.
Yeah, since you can do this this entire level blind, if you really wanted to.
You can. It doesn't save unbelievably much, but yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, doing small bits like that we refer to as baby skips.
Oh, I can deal with this, but
yeah,
it's
you'll get
not
A-1.
optimal.
Yeah, you get A-1, and you can get a Tanooki there.
Okay, this is very bad now.
So yeah, they keep trying to spice these fights up. And yeah, they make you fight Boom Boom a bunch, they make you fight Pom Pom a bunch. So what's the next best thing they can do? Make you fight both of them at the same time. Also, Mario's voice clips are higher pitched when you're small, which sounds kind of funny.
Yeah, I'm thinking of backups right now, because I don't have a backup Tanooki in my item reserve box, and I'm not Tanooki right now. There's one in 8-1.
Is that
There should be another one in 8-2.
Progressive?
What?
Is that a full Tanooki or is it progressive?
I think I do need to kill Mario, because you respawn as Big Mario all the time. So I'm actually going to kill Mario in 8-1.
Yeah, lately these kind of games have been respawning you as with a mushroom power-up.
Oh, also P-Track
captured
again, so we're back to square one. And we're feeling as determined as we're feeling very determined.
We're filled with determination.
Yeah.
We can't, that's the thing, we can't not reference that anymore. It's so omnipresent.
Bye, Mario. He's dead.
Okay, just in case that wasn't, just for some people who might not be familiar with Mario, the progressive thing means that basically you can have power-ups that always spawn out of the question mark block as the power-up you see normally. Or some boxes are progressive, which means that if you are small Mario, they give you a mushroom so you can upgrade to big Mario, basically. Or they can just spawn a power-up if you're already big Mario. So that's what this refers to as, and that's been a mechanic that's been in Mario games for since I think since SMB1.
Yeah, that's correct. A lot of the it's mostly in question mark blocks where you see those progressive power-ups. Thank you for explaining that, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you for explaining that, by the
Yeah.
way. I kind of glossed over it.
Right. So the last star medal here is kind of tricky. So let's hope I don't have any issues with it.
Normally, you're supposed to use a cannon to get it, but we have more cannonless strats.
That's fine.
Nice.
That was the twirl jump you did there, right? I don't think we've explained that the entire game, and we're in,
Oh, yeah,
we're in
like,
World 8.
Where you see me twirl around and like jump, that's called a twirl jump, kind of self-explanatory. But people use different words for the moves in this game. It's very confusing.
We have twirl jumps and twirl boosts.
Okay, well, twirl boost is something technical where if you do the start of a twirl jump, but don't actually jump, and then just do a regular jump afterwards, that was weird. Can I still make this? Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, more of this kind of skipping.
Yeah, it gives you a little bit of extra height.
I believe what it mainly does is it gives you the speed of a twirl jump, but the height of a regular jump.
Oh, dang. That's fine, I can land on here.
And yeah, what we refer to as a twirl jump is we duck, we then swing our tail and jump while we move. So yeah, we move, we duck, and then we twirl and jump, and yeah, that gives us the...
I got the meme crouch boost there off of the little...
yeah, that gives you the fast
everything.
movement, and you see Mario spin a bunch while he's jumping. But as you can see, it doesn't get much height, which is why twirl boosts exist. So you
That
get
was
the speed of a twirl jump, and you carry that into a twirl boost.
Oh my god.
Also, classic bonking on the flagpole base.
You're not a real Super Mario 3D Land runner if you don't bonk it to the flagpole at least 10 times a run.
I can definitely say on the contrary than missing the star medal, we're getting there with the bonks. So
I mean, it's a tried and true platformer tradition. Bonking is bad.
This is actually one of my favorite levels right here. 8-4. It has quite a bit of it has some skips. So you're supposed to stay on these moving platforms, but we have Tanooki, so we can actually skip some stuff by flittering.
Shoutouts to Cypher, who swings his tail in tune with the music to give himself a visual cue, an audio cue to time this.
Oh, I just have a visual cue. That's epic. I didn't know he did that.
I thought he did it for me, so apparently apparently he actually uses
Okay,
it.
you can barely
for
grab that
something.
if you turn the camera. So the reason I turn the camera there is mostly to manipulate those rocks that come out there, so I don't get pushed off.
Yeah, a lot of the things in this game that run on cycles, those cycles start or run depending on camera view. So if you
Okay.
angle the camera, you can start those cycles sooner or faster depending on what is your preference.
it's a tried and true Nintendo method to make games run faster. Only move what's on camera. It's used in a few games. So
Yeah, no global cycles
I
here.
didn't miss a medal anywhere, right? I don't think I did so far.
I don't think you did know. I mean, I don't know the medal route by heart.
Well, I mean, I can count. How many do I have?
Yeah, you'll see it here. 92.
92?
I'm reading 92.
Okay.
Have we seen these before? I think this is the first time in the game we see them.
Oh no, that's true 4.
2-4.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think we touched on them. So these
It's
are...
also Super Mario Galaxy.
Yeah, in Mario Galaxy, where these originated, the panels would flip every time you spin. But since this game doesn't have a spin attack mechanic, it instead makes it flip every time you jump.
Oh. Okay,
Whoa.
that was really scary. I
Gotten
kind
that
of messed up
close.
movement there a little bit.
You're dead.
ouch.
Dang, dude.
So that is what we call getting crouch memed. When you want to do a long jump at the edge of at the edge of a platform, but
I didn't
kind
make
of-
it? I didn't make that?
but yeah, if you
Oh.
if you mess it up or if the game is not being nice to you, then you instead crouch off the edge. And as we explained before, that makes you fall faster. So if you do it unintentionally in situations such as these, you will most likely die.
Okay, I'm gonna do a long jump next time. This is supposed to just work. I don't know why it's not working. Interesting. I don't think I've ever really filled it like that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious what I'm messing up there.
Although I have a sneaking suspicion that's not the last time you're gonna die in this run.
Why would you say that? Do you not believe in me?
It's my intuition. Hey, it's up to you to prove me wrong.
Okay, there we go. So, I would have prevented a lot of spaghetti if I just then crouch me in there.
How badly cooked was this one?
All right.
Not too bad. The first one was worse.
All right, so I have a very personal goal for this run, and it's that I want to beat Sharky's any percent run from annual 2018.
Yeah,
so,
annual 2018.
I think with all the spaghetti that happened, we're getting kind of close. So let's hope for the best. All right, A Castle is kind of tricky.
You know what would be funny if you didn't beat Sharky's time but still got underestimates?
Yeah. So this castle level, why do? I think my stick is broken.
I said I got a sneaky suspicion you were gonna die again, but I didn't.
Did you jinx me?
What,
This
what,
is.
no, what,
is my
what is going
3DS
on?
broken?
Hang on. See, this is why you play with a 3DS and not with a controller, because this can happen.
Yeah, I guess it's just my
Your
controller
inputs can get
mod that
stuck.
just I guess I could switch to just playing on the console itself, but I mean this controller just feels a lot better.
I mean, you shouldn't give up on a controller just because it has one tiny thing. Just give it a little bit longer. Just, if you can. It's hard to not keep my laugh in.
It also made me do a weird circle there. I don't know what's up with that. Yeah.
Well, I think it's fixed. I think it's fixed. Okay. Yeah, so yeah. So we died 10 times on purpose to get the P-wing in, which we will be using later. And yeah, we grabbed the invincibility Tanooki here because the P-wing is what we're going for. The invincibility leave is what you get for dying 5 times in a row within the same level. So because the game gives it to us, we'll grab it anyway. And you managed to die when invincible. Ooh. Classic dying when
So
invincible.
much for invincibility.
It's okay. We can get invincibility as much as we want now. Oh my god. Okay, so you can actually still die by falling into the lava.
Yeah, it just makes you impervious to enemies and hazardous materials such as these lava flows.
I mean,
fire bars.
Honestly, I would count lava as a hazardous material, but it doesn't save you from that.
Okay, anything that's not insta-kill will not hurt you in this. Imagine if you somehow glitched it so the lava wouldn't kill you either, so we just fall through the lava and fall forever and like soft lock yourself. Imagine if that could happen. Right, so we're just fluttering all the way over to this platform.
It's always scary to do that jump, but you make it every time.
Right.
What a bat meme.
So, you'll notice that Bowser does not have a Tanooki tail this time. We're actually facing off with the real deal here.
Yeah, but it was charging Hyper Ray there, but Bowser is kinda a bit behind throughout the fight.
So yeah, about the intentional dash from earlier, it's a tried and true tradition for Mario 3D Land runs to pretend that something's wrong or something's going wrong.
Okay, want me to just tell you why we started doing it? At least Cyber and I think. Started doing it because Zelda Cube did it at GDQ. It was really funny.
Yeah, this game has been shown off twice at GDQ as well. Once the 80%. Zelda Cube did 80%, right? Or did he do
I
War
think
Plus?
Cosmic did 80%.
No, Cosmic did 80% and Zelda Cube did War
yeah.
Plus. I should know this. I watched Cosmic's 80% run the other day. Why do I not know this?
I think this is still like a 10. That was loud. I think there's a. This is still 106 base actually.
This is Bowser's unnecessary flex, literally.
Yeah, so he grabs the princess. And then he can somehow fly.
Yeah,
That's
that's kind of weird.
That's a lava boost with hyper speed. I know you can't lava boost in this game, but trust me, that's a lava boost.
BSG Lava Boost in chat, please, if you're subbed to the BSG channel. And if you're not subbed, then go do it.
All right, so did we explain why I even got the P-Wing in the first place? Okay, so the item I have in my reserve box is called a P-Wing. It makes you skip a level. You can just fly to the end of a level with it. We're not going to use it for the next level, but we're going to use it for the level after that, which is the final level.
Yeah.
I also didn't
so yeah,
forgot the soft reset there.
As a
Oops.
little nod to some other Mario platformers, such as New Super Mario Bros. Wii, after 8 Castle, there's 1 or more extra levels, followed by 8-Castle 2. Because Nintendo couldn't think of anything better. New Super Mario Bros. For the DS, I believe, originally did that, where it has an extra bit and then a Castle 2.
Super Mario Bros. Wii has the castle entrance, and then you have the final level.
Oh yeah, that has it. Yeah, wrapped into one.
There's another star medal in there that we want to collect.
New Super Mario Bros. U does that as well. Yeah.
You guys excited to grab the final star medal of the run?
So what you would casually do on that is you would run in a certain direction on that platform to make it spin up, like you're twisting a knot or a bolt. But yeah, we can wall jump between the big platform and the pillar.
So I'd like to explain what's going to go on with the next level. I mentioned we're going to use the P-Wing, but the next level is actually kind of split into 2 different sections that both kind of count as like their own little level. So I'm going to do a trick here that says 7 seconds. Looks very flashy if I get it. If I don't get it, P-Wing is the backup.
Cypher referenced it in his donation earlier. Yeah, we're going to do a trick called Coaster Skip.
Yeah. I think this was originally found by J-Dude, but I'm not entirely sure. I was the person to teach Cypher how to do it initially, and I'm very glad he now goes for it and runs, because it looks really cool.
Yeah,
so.
I think he actually pulled it off at Annual last year.
He did.
Which was
right,
very
so
epic to see.
Let's see if I can get it. So this is supposed to kind of like be, like you're supposed to just be stuck on this little coaster for a bit, but after a certain amount of time, we're going to jump off. Long jump, and then do some hyperspeed, and then yeah, just watch.
That looks good.
Yeah, first try,
first
boys. First try. That's actually pretty tight and very specific. So I'm glad I got that.
Yeah, so
makes up for all of the other things that happened during this run.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
There's a lot of things that can go wrong with Coaster Skip. You can do the hyperspeed incorrectly and not get the speed you need. You can have your angle be wrong. You can flutter too early. You can flutter too late.
Yeah, you gotta also keep this. Okay, so you're doing hyperspeed there, and then trying to also keep like the speed you build up when you switch to fluttering, and it's just actually just very difficult to keep your speed. You need a very specific amount of speed. It's not super tight.
Yeah, because.
But yeah, one mistake, dropping some speed anywhere, and you're making it a lot more risky. I'm gonna take my time with this shot because it's very easy to miss this shot and die, actually.
Yeah, Nintendo put a gold ring there for a reason. So you have something to aim at to make you get up here.
All right, we're pretty much in the green for this run. Oh, this will be a 104. This beats my other no reset that I practiced for this marathon, actually. So we're pretty much done with the game. There's pretty much nothing that can kill it here because, unfortunately, the boss fight for here is actually kind of long. And the entire reason we get the P-Wing is to skip the final boss. It's a little not like dissatisfying or unsatisfying. Actually, I think is the right word.
Yeah. So this fight takes so long that dying 10 times to get a P-Wing is faster than doing this fight.
Yeah.
So we use it as soon as the game lets us, and we fly up.
All right.
And then we land in this area.
So time is coming up soon. The moment I touch the flagpole is when time is.
Yeah, we have this little cutscene viewing over the area, showing Peach here on the flagpole.
Can actually
Did
still
not
die
fill-
there.
Yeah, not filling the gap. And
Time. With everything that happened, I did not expect that to go that well. That beat Sharky's time, I think, by like 5 minutes. So I've
4 minutes.
shout outs to him. He's a pretty cool guy. He should come back to speedrunning this game.
4 minutes and 28 seconds to be exact. Or 38.
yeah,
4
this
minutes
is,
and 38 seconds to be exact, because his time was in a 109 flat.
So I hope people found this entertaining. This is definitely one of my favorite 3DS speed games. If you want to pick it up, there's a Discord. We want to make some guides at some point. But we're always, you know.
You can find the Discord on the speedrun.com page, right? Speedrun.com/sn3do.
Yeah. I want to thank Double for co-commentating. I want to thank Elias for
you very much.
co-commentating.
Would you say co-meming?
I think I did most of the memeing here with some of the mistakes I made.
It's
yeah.
okay.
That was pretty fun. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah, feel free to. I don't know what the next run is, but good luck to the next runner.
Okay, thank you very much, RDV, for that run. In the meantime, we are going to be setting up for our next run, Maikyu Jin Dababa by Jelly Dots. So, we will run a few ads for you, and we'll see you right back after the ad break.